Merry Christmas, fellow tankers. This year's Holiday Ops, I think, was even a little bit more deranged than the last ones. Maybe the influx of players from WoT 2.0 meant that even more rookies were storming the battlefields, I don't know. Even so, there were some good matches to be had that weren't just 15-1 stomps in 4 minutes, and I'm going to show you 3 of them, because I'm going to try to be more consistent with my uploads. So for the first outing, here we are on Lakeville, on the ridge, overseeing the canyon, and we were lucky to spot the tank destroyer in the background, so we could put a shot in him and put the fear of God in him. Because nothing is more annoying than having to deal with tank destroyers in the background as well when you're fighting for this position and duking it out with heavies and mediums. So after having dealt a few blows to medium tanks, now the Type 4H is advancing to our position and we just can't hold this against him anymore. I will lose a direct confrontation with him, so I reposition to the low ground and relinquish it and hope that my friends will take care of him while I'm holding off the flood below. And we're basically shooting on reload here. Lots of enemy tanks are very kind to us to show us their weak points, so we can penetrate them easily, which is in the holiday spirit. Thank you very much. Though I've already lost a big chunk of my HP, but that also means that my adrenaline rush is lowering the reload time. And we are basically just a fiercer version of ourselves. Now I'm waiting patiently here for the E75 to show us his lower plate again, but actually there is a corner where I could put a shot into his roof deck, and I don't know why I don't figure this out until it's too late. But if you see there the corner that's peeking through behind this rack, I could hit him there and penetrate. Or overmatch the roof. Now our teammates were so kind to push back the Type 4 Heavy, so we can reclaim our position on the hillside ridge. First we gotta remind the tank destroyer that we are still here, or here again, and then we can start raining down death and destruction on all remaining opponents. And if you watch the minimap, of course, the enemy team has completely overwhelmed the other flank and has progressed towards our base. But of course, this leaves the opportunity to do the same to them. This is always a bit of a gamble. Do you go back and defend, or do you push onwards? Maybe you can seize the opportunity and flank them. In this case, with so many allies still alive and trying to defend the base, I figure the correct decision is to push through and maybe get a flanking opportunity. Additionally, I think there is a chance that we can complete our mission here, in which we have to destroy one more tank, and this tank that we have to destroy needs to be of another role than those that we have already vanquished, which were only heavy tanks. So it needs to be something else, and there is 2 tank destroyers remaining on the enemy team. Which is why I'm eager to try to get a shot onto them and maybe even, yeah, clear this mission. Fantastic! Yeah, well put there, Miss K, my dear anime tank commander from Girls in Panzer. And with that, we have completed the mission and can rack up some more damage before this match ends.
Could be worse.
With 7.8k damage dealt, I consider this a nice match and also one more mission under the belt. For our next outing, I'm taking out my Dravets, which I've recently unlocked, and this is my 3rd match ever in the tank. I'm still in the learning phase with this vehicle and don't have the field mods yet, which will make it even better, but it is a really good vehicle. Very capable, nice armor, good mobility, and an awesome gun. Great firepower. One recurring character of this match is our friendly chieftain driver, and usually chieftain owners are obviously the better players in the queue, but this guy was maybe infected with the Holiday Ops virus because he was very angry in chat sometimes, and I don't really know why. Maybe it was directed towards me, but maybe it was directed towards the Fosh-B driver. We're gonna see in a sec. Anyways, we've got a good position here, fighting against an BZ-75, an enemy Dravets, and later on a Mouse. And crucially, on the right side, there crossed a 113 body odor, and this guy is going to be the limiting factor. Considering our position, how far we can poke out to take a shot, because he's got a better angle onto our plates. And here, like I said, I don't know quite what the chieftain wants from me, because I think my position here is actually quite okay. I could push forward towards the next rock, but that opens up even more of my side to the 113, and I think we're having a nice flank there. He's not getting crossfired on. I don't know. Maybe I misinterpreted what he was trying to communicate with me. But yeah, I'm figuring out how to move around this hitbox. The Dravets, it's got very nice angles, but it's got some weak points. Though they are not very big. And you can block shots even if you're misangled. Then the gun, of course, is quite potent. Even the standard rounds, though the APCR premium rounds are really, really good. With the Chinese heavy out of the picture, they've lost one of the biggest damage dealers on their side. Now we can focus our attention towards the Mouse and the 113.
Better, closer, warmer.
The opposing Dravets is, of course, exceptionally potent, and I'm still trying to figure out how this armor works. APCR rounds, of course, can penetrate quite easily, but the Dravitz has got very good heat protection because of the spaced armor around the skirts.
Something's damaged. Better, closer, warmer. Track hit. Oof, sir. Cha-ching.
And with that, we've cleaned up the heavy flank quite nicely. But yeah, this is again so one-sided. It's not as crass as other Holiday Ops matches, because the enemy team still could eliminate half of our team. But the amount of matches that just go 15-3 or 15-1 in 4 minutes 30 seconds, it's too high. I don't know. Maybe I will stop playing for this Christmas season and just return mid-January when this all has blown over, because it's not really fun. It's not fun on the losing side, and it's not that much fun on the winning side either. I don't know. It's just I crave close games which get your heart pumping and where you pull out a victory from the jaws of defeat type games. Those are the ones that are best. And here he is sneaking up on the T100 light and creeping up the hill to maybe surprise him a little bit. With one shot in, and he manages to flee, but maybe we can get him again. And this one's on me. This shot was very poorly aimed. It should have connected, but maybe we get even another chance. Let's see.
Could be worse. Oh wait, no, I couldn't.
And there we go, nice Uran kill. And the Dravitz has the mobility to do this kind of thing, which is awesome. Maybe we can even get one more kill. Let's see. Nonetheless, we got a top gun in our third ever game of Dravitz driving and 6,000 damage to boot. For the last game, I mean, it can't be one of my videos if there isn't a KPZ-50T featured, because it's just my favorite tank of all times. And this is also a map that I really like. I think my favorite map is Westfield, but Redshire is maybe a close second, yeah. At the start of the game I was debating if I should take my spotting build. The second build I'm using for this tank has got a commander's vision system, but I decided against it, and my prime build has got a turbo, and I think the mobility is worth more here, and I'm having great confidence in my scout. Let's see how it pays off. Nonetheless, even without commander's vision system, the Kampfpanzer 50T's view range is quite alright, and it's very stealthy itself, so it can still play a kind of spotting role even without having a specific scouting setup in play. If you've got the side profile of German heavy tanks like the Maus line and even the E100 line, I've gone over to shooting towards the front third of the side, because that's where the fuel tank is situated, and you can maybe incinerate their fuel lines. With Russian tanks, when you've got the side of them, I mostly tend towards shooting the back, because armor is obviously thinner and the vital parts are towards the back. But I've learned that with mice and the like, you should aim towards the front third of the tank.
命中。これは効いているはずです。
Maybe you can take this advice from this video and incinerate quite a lot of your opponents. Here it's not meant to be. It doesn't work always. We kind of have free reign over our opponents here, especially the Waffenträger, and we can farm up. And I even got a mission here to deal, I think, 1500 damage to an enemy tank and killing it in the process. So maybe I can even get a mission out of this. Telling my Stritzwagen friend here to help him, but he wasn't long for this world, he died. And now we are in a position where we can use this wreck to our advantage and get some flanking shots towards the castle area. And the KPZ's DPM and standard ammo are just unparalleled here. Of course, he's got strong heat as well for a medium, but the standard armor is just so awesome and economical. And I'm even switching to HE. The Kampfpanzer's HE is not as strong, but it's still the right choice for fighting a Grille.
Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't.
And that is another successful mission completed. I am now working towards the Black Rock tank.
Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't. Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't. 砲塔が破損。旋回速度が落ちます。
I don't know if I was still spotted here, but maybe this was an exceptional blind shot. Huge amount of respect for the opponent in that case.
be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't.
And suddenly I get the feeling that I'm not long for this world, and I'm going to try to fight against this Progetto, maybe even bounce a few shots, but let's see.
命中次も外しません
And his aim is true, he penetrates both shots, and yeah, I don't always post stomping victories. I'm the first to admit that I'm far from the best player in this game. So yeah, I will not stand accused of posting videos on this channel just to glorify myself. That's not it at all. I'm just an average Joe and I know that. Just having fun and posting some highlights here. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice end of the year and a nice transition over to 2026, where we will hopefully see us again. Thanks for following and subscribing my channel, and best of luck in your games on the rest of the holiday period.